Hi guys, I'm Blackie and welcome back to the channel. And today, continuing in the Silver Wolves class, let's talk about getting up and down out here in the field. Brief backstory onto musculature and etc. The bad news: past the age of 50, muscles that are not being used will atrophy. That's a fancy word for saying they waste away. The body pulls them like a battery to pull out that proteins and everything else they used to build muscle when we were younger. If it's not used now, pull it out. That's one of the reasons that your face gets drawn. The tissues underneath get thinner and thinner because the body starts taking out the fat and these muscles aren't being used. We're not laughing and making all these big faces like a child does. We're kind of stone faced, and so that pulls your face tighter. This works leg muscles, arm muscles, back muscles, stomach muscles, all the muscles of the body. If you're not using it, you're losing it. Okay? Now, for example, let's take a look at the arm. The muscle up here does this. This is to pull it to me. Okay? The muscle back here, that's to push it away from it. So when you're doing push-ups, you're using this muscle on the bottom. When I'm doing pull-ups, I'm using the muscle on the top. Okay? Our legs work the same way. There's a push-pull muscle system. Okay? Sorry for the aircraft. With this system, we're not using it as much as we once did. We're tired now. We're trying to stay active, but if we're not, we're losing it. Even for those guys that still do daily walks, they're doing hikes. Well, how about your back muscles? How about your arm muscles? Are you doing anything for your arms? See, getting no link for sissies, we have to keep exercising. But what we're going to talk about today is whenever you do get down on the ground, maybe you want to sit down by the fire and do something. Maybe you want to get down on the ground with grandkids and do something. Or maybe you've slipped down where you're not hurt, but you lost your footing or whatever and you've ended up on the ground and now you got to get back up. Let's talk about how to get up easily. Let's look at a simple method that works, especially for me. I have very arthritic ankles, knees, and hips. Wore them out from hard work and a lot of traveling with a lot of heavy weight on my back when I used to hike with 80-pound packs and crack up and down mountains. I'm just wore out. And so getting up and down can, some days it's not so bad. Some days it's nearly impossible. And so you have to develop tips and techniques to get up. So let's talk about this. Now this, I'm going to start with a good heavy stick. You don't want some thin thing, and even though those nice aluminum hiking poles are so great, they do not have a lot of side-to-side strength. And so that is going to be something that you have to deal with. I want strength, so if I push, pull, whatever, that thing's going to hold. This is a hunk of ironwood. There's a reason we call it ironwood. It's relatively light, and it's just about impossible to break. It's stronger than hickory. And so because of that, I can use this and push, pull, whatever. Another trick I'm using is going to be this. This is just simply a length of paracord. Oh, probably like 3.5 feet long, something like that, and I've tied a knot in the end. Now, I'm going to not necessarily have this, but it doesn't hurt to have it on this. All you're going to do is make a prusik. Okay? So, you're going to come up, drop it over, and then you're going to pass it back through itself 3 times. 1, 2, and finally 3. Like that. Now you're going to saw it down so it bites onto the wood. Okay? Now that's something I can hook my hand, a couple of fingers, thumbs, something like that, into, or my whole hand even, to keep my hand from sliding down the stick. So now whenever I have to grab a hold and help pull myself up, my hand doesn't want to slide down the stick, see? You may not have the strength in your hand anymore. That when you go to bear down, you go to lift up, you just don't have the strength to hold your weight anymore. So this gives me an anchor point. It's going to give me like a handle on this stick. Yeah, it's probably going to hurt a little bit right there, but I'm not going to be on it long, am I? I'm coming up. Okay? I can slide this to whatever position I need easily, and it loosens up, slacks, take on and off, whatever. It's also real handy to have it like that, hook it to my fingers, so that I've got it so that the stick I can let go, you know, and keep the stick in my hand. But if I have to open my hand, I can do it. Like if I need to throw it away, I can just roll my fingers out and throw it away. At the same time, when I'm getting up, I can utilize this. Now, let me show you the tricycle method, the 3-point method of getting up and down. Okay, let me readjust the camera. Okay, let's say I've slid down, fallen down, whatever. I'm going to roll onto my side, bring one knee up, roll over, and I'm going to come up onto all fours. Okay, so you're up on all fours, we shall say. Like this. Now to come up, I'm going to pull my left knee, because I'm dominant, strong, right-legged. I'm going to pull my left knee forward, just like that. I'm going to take my stick, and I'm going to push it away from me like this. I want 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Holding on to the stick, grab the top of the stick, whatever. Move this sliding loop down to wherever I need it to be. Let's say right here. Hook a couple of fingers in it so it doesn't slide down. Alright, now, holding on to it, I'm going to bring this knee up. Okay? Tuck it in close beside me. Now I have one knee down, one leg out, and one knee up here. I'm going to grab a hold of this, and rather than trying to stand up, I'm going to push, use my back muscles, push away from me, and push myself that way onto my feet. So when I lift up this knee, I'm going uphill. I'm going to go up the stick. So I grab, I lean my body weight, and I push myself into a standing position like that. I still got a foot, a stick, a that. That helps me balance. Don't put them close together. Spread them out. So again, bring the knee up, then bring this knee, or whichever knee is dominant to you, up. I want my toe pointed, not straight this way, but a little bit off. Okay? I'm going to put my stick out there. So it's not straight out in front of me, and then I'll fall that way. Over here somewhere. Push it down, make sure it sticks. Got my hand stick, and I want to push, kind of lean my body weight that way, and push and use my arms to push back uphill. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Come up. Then pick up the stick. If I slide down or fall down, or you slide down or fall down, you can find a way to get up, okay? Rolling the one knee up, and then pushing up onto the knee, if you need to get you up on all fours. Once I'm on all fours with a stick, I'll just drag my stick over before I start getting up, right? Now, I get my stick in position, I'm on all fours, I will bring the one leg up, put my other knee a little bit forward, get my walking stick wedged away from me like that, grab a hold of it, lean my body weight onto the stick. It's one of the reasons I don't like them real thin aluminum ones. I don't want it to collapse, because aluminum ones are great this way, sideways they're not. And I'm going to be pushing down almost like a bow, like you're trying to bow it like a bow. Okay, so I can push down here, hold up there, and I push up to a standing position. See, it's a technique that can get you back up on your feet once you had an accident, slid down, or lost your footing or whatever, and you're not hurt. Now, let's talk about that fall. Maybe it's not a fall. Maybe I simply wanted to sit down, lean back against a tree, and listen to the birds a while, whatever. And then you decide you want to get up. Okay? If you're having difficulty getting up, for whatever reason, that hip just don't want to bend that way, that knee just don't want to bend that way, whatever it is. And it's always a little bit of a who knows, because I don't know where my arthritis is going to flare up. And I'm not talking about just me, it's you guys as well. We're all silver wolves here, we're talking straight up. And so I have started out in the morning, man, life is great. and in a couple hours the sciatic in my back act up, and that goes down in that hip, and I just can't flex or bend like I did. And so when that happens, you gotta assess, do I need to go home? You know, just because it hurts bad, is it going to ruin all the fun today? Am I going to hurt myself? Sounds like tornado sirens. Oh yeah. But are you going to hurt yourself? So therefore, you got to eval. If I've slid down, if I've fallen down, my first thought is going to be, your first thought should be is, okay, relax. Make sure I'm not going to hurt anything worse. So lay there just a second, catch your breath. All right. Wiggle the toes a little bit, move the shoulders a little bit. Is anything broke? Is anything really hurt? I don't want to make it worse by just going to roll up. See, we're not 20 anymore. We don't bounce back that easy. So make sure I'm not hurt. If I'm not hurt, okay, where's my stick? There's my stick. All right, roll up, get that knee. Bring that knee up, push up onto all fours. Bring in my case, left knee up. Bring the right knee up onto the foot. Get the stick, push away, and shove up. Come on up to the standing position. And many times I don't even need a stick. I just get back up. And I can get up and down off the ground without the need of a stick. But there are those times when that sciatic, that hip, that knee, rather than damaging it, because the joint is already swollen, I don't want to pull tendons and things like that trying to come up, trying to make that joint work the way it's supposed to work. And therefore a stick is a big help for that, because I can use the stick as that third leg to get out there and hold and push and use arm, body, other muscles to help me get up. That's the secret to it. Don't injure yourself further. Figure out a technique. Rely on every resource. Is it cheating? Who cares? Do I get up and down without being hurt? That's the important part. Hope you've enjoyed this, guys. If you have, please hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And there'll be more things coming up. And down in the description box, there are a couple of slots left in the Silverwolves if you're still interested. They'll be down in the description box. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.